the 15 members of the UN Security Council on their way to meet the new U.S. president for the first time on Monday. And while there's been considerable concern about Donald Trump's desire to cut U.S. funding for the UN, he welcomed the ambassadors to the West Wing to share lunch and their ideas for stopping North Korea's nuclear ambitions.
The Council must be prepared to impose additional and stronger sanctions on North Korean nuclear and ballistic missile programs. This is a real threat to the world, whether we want to talk about it or not. North Korea is a big world problem, and it's a problem we have to finally solve.
Trump's outreach to an organization he long criticized on the campaign trail as ineffective is notable. Pyongyang has long ignored calls to stop developing its nuclear weapons program, but in recent weeks it has become particularly brazen in its defiance.
North Korea will react to a total war with an all-out war, nuclear war with nuclear strikes of its own style, and surely will win a victory in the death-defying struggle against U.S. imperialists.
Even as a U.S. aircraft carrier strike group heads for the Korean peninsula, U.S. officials have tried to find the right amount of tough talk.
If there's a catastrophic mistake, it's going to be because he's just continuing to try and instigate an issue. We're going to continue to be stable. We're going to continue to have the international community stable. It's the reason why none of us are even trying to pick a fight with him, but we'll have to wait and see.
With the negotiations known as the six-party talks essentially dead, Washington needs new allies and ideas. And so, a series of National Security Council briefings for the UN ambassadors, with the threat from Pyongyang at the top. On Friday, the U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson will chair a special session of the UN Security Council on North Korea. The council isn't expected to take any special action after this meeting, but as these longtime diplomats know, Pyongyang could force them into an emergency session at any moment. The question is, would their response be as tough as what the U.S. President Donald Trump wants? Rosalind Jordan, Al Jazeera, the White House.